Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talladega. I am your host for tonight, Noah Walter, here at the BCM Welding 250. We are in for one crazy race here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway out in Alabama. And this will definitely be an insane one. Remember, this is our first race with count them, zero faster pairs for our drivers. And of course, the first race back is a super speedway with it. So everyone is going to be on the edge of their seat trying to make it to the end of this quite long super speedway race. I mean, it's pretty symbolic, deciding to start here for our no faster pair rest of the season. So if we see a big accident and drivers are taken out, that's just about going to be their race cooked. So tune in. All right. Well, I do have to thank everybody that's joining us in for tonight. We'll go through our qualifying order very shortly, but I do have to announce that if you have not seen it already, we do have a giveaway for an official Forkloak Media hat. Please check out the Instagram or the YouTube channel to see the video on how to join in. So next week at the Indianapolis Road Course race, there's going to be a bot in chat that's going to notify everybody when the giveaway starts. All you have to do is comment !ticket when it does, and you'll be automatically entered in for free. You get one entry. Subscribers do get a bonus on entry if you're already subscribed to the channel, but you are required to be followed to join in. Once a winner is decided, which is not done by me, it's done by the bot. As soon as it picks a winner, I'll send them a message on the Twitch thing. They have their own messaging system. So you'll get a message on there, and then we can discuss how we are going to do shipping for you, whether you are a driver, fan, anything in between. You're just coming in to try to win the hat. Who cares? It's just a nice brand thing for everybody, so hope we get some participation in. So with that, though, we're going to be rounding out qualifying here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series, BCM Welding 250. It's going to run through our qualifying order, and you're going to see some real super speedway legends here tonight taking your front row. So, starting on pole position, it will be the infamous number 20, Brady Floyd, known for his super speedway driving abilities, starting on pole. Alongside will be Tyler Hallahan in the 88, who's been hyped up since the beginning here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series in the 88 alongside. Row number 2, inside lane's going to be the 24 of Wesley Goodwin in the HDR Yellow Chevrolet Camaro with Brian Lorenzo right alongside, and he is another Ager driver along with Brady, and, Ager Esports went 1, 2, 3, 4 at Daytona earlier this season, so hang on. Justin Glover is going to be our new driver of the night in the 16. Friend of Patrick Coluccio, I think he's going to be racing for American Dirt Motorsports. It's a smaller team. He will be starting for his first race. Brandon Fiedler in the number 39 is going to be alongside with Jassy Atkinson, bringing up the inside lane of row number 4 in the 00 with Patrick Coluccio alongside. Row number 5, inside lane, is going to go to Ben McDonnell. Thank you to him for posting the introduction video for our giveaway on his TikTok channel. Alongside him will be the 07 of Wes Gallo. Row number 6 inside is going to go to the 3 of Matt Malavagna, hoping to get his 13th career victory here at Talladega Superspeedway. Alongside will be Greg Snellgrove in the 22, another known Superspeedway driver. Row number 7 inside lane is going to go to the 26 of Ashton Reiki with Paul Ems alongside. Row number 8 is going to go to Cody Olson. I believe he's had a start so far, but we have not seen a lot of him. In the 6, alongside will be the number 55, Jeffrey Belk. Row number 9 inside is going to go to the 2 teammates on EG Racing, Cody Snyder and Brian Fradian. Row number 10 is going to go to Mark LaPierre and the 25 of Chris Pierce. Row 11 inside is going to go to Sylvan Seguin with Michael Sparks bringing up 22nd position on the outside. Row 12 inside is going to go to Richard Beasley. He's going to be the first of your non-qualifiers with Will Cloud alongside. I'm going to advance that. There we go. Row number 13 is going to go to James Johnson subbing in for Matt Stewart with Rob Carl alongside in 26. Row number 14 is going to go to Bryn George and Christopher Stroop with Kyle Mundell bringing up the rear of the field along with Kenny Reel, adding us up to a total of, apparently on my end, 30 cars. There we are. It said 31 for a moment, but it is 30. So that will be your starting grid of the night here for the BCM Welding 250. We thank Tyler for bringing them on for our race, and we are in for one crazy one here tonight. very long track Talladega Superspeedway is, 2.66 miles. It is the second longest track on the schedule, that title being held by iRacing Superspeedway with 3 miles. Banking being the second highest, iRacing Superspeedway beating it yet again. But this will be quite the event. So, Brady Floyd in the 20, as I said, on pole position. Got 2 blue cars lining up on the front. The Early Social Development Lab Ford Mustang and the BCM Welding 88. Yet again, a lot of breast cancer awareness and just awareness month vehicles out in the field for October yet again. Always something we like to see here at twitch.tv/4cloak. That awareness going to all the important things for our drivers and the organizations they like to represent. A good shot of our field there. Looks like we're going to be having 28 starts. That might increase if Rob Carl gets on track. Apparently he's having some technical issues, so hopefully he can come in and join us. With that, though, we begin the long free pace, where the ISNACOM Motorsport Simulation pace car pulls down pit lane, and Brady Floyd brings us through the long Talladega Tri-Oval into the Geico restart zone for the green flag. All right, as we come through the Tri-Oval to finish up our first lap here at Talladega, we saw a good battle already beginning for the lead. Ooh, that's going to be a pull down right in front of Hallahan there from Brandon Fiedler in the 39, as Brady Floyd already takes the lead. He's got Brian Lorenzo in the 77 right behind him. Those two, being Adria drivers, are going to work very well together. Remember, they finished 1, 2, 3, 4 at Daytona. They did have a 5th driver, but he wasn't able to finish up with them. But even with their 4 tonight, we know that they're going to work out well. Jesse Atkinson, in his first start of the season, was able to finish 3rd, and he's only a part-time driver, so keep an eye on that 00 as well. Wes Gallo already making some headway forward in his Davey Allison throwback in the 07 Week Designs Toyota Camry for FZ Racing. He's a huge fan of the Allison family, and rightfully so. Make sure he always includes a Donate to Life indicator on his car as well, as Davey Allison meant a lot in his sacrifices that he made. So, another good driver you like to represent. Good to see it in October, but it's good just to see it overall here at Talladega in general. All right, we're starting to see an Adria 1, 2, 3 beginning already, as Brady Floyd continues to lead with Brian Lorenzo in 2nd, but it's a fight for 3rd between Wes Gallo and Ben McDonald, the 12. Jesse Atkins is right behind Ben, so Adria's already trying to work together to get ahead. Keep in mind, a big wreck here will be the end of many drivers' races, so we might see some intentionally... We don't want to see it, but we might be seeing some intentional wrecking at some point to try to get drivers out of this race, and because that's a strategy. You do get penalized for it, but if you can take a points leader out of this race, then you're going to be in a better position for your team later on. But it will come at a penalty. All right, Adria already locking out the top 4 on the both inside and outside lines. Wes Gallo trying his best to keep right up there with him, and he's got his pseudo teammate for Equipment Geek Racing, Brandon Fiedler, behind him. They're doing what they can. 94 laps. Remember, this track is 2.66 miles, so that equates to just over 250 miles here at this superspeedway. Looking a little bit aggressive there on the bottom from many of our drivers, even just hugging that line, the paint, a little bit. They're going 3 wide now. Fiedler up on the high side, starting to box Atkinson in. Atkinson stuck in the center of this line. You can see there is a plenty of racing room, but going up to the high side will be a, I won't say death sentence, but just about, as we're already seeing Brandon Fiedler falling back due to his move. Well, it looks like they were about to shoot 3 wide for the lead. Atkinson, no, not Atkinson, sorry, McDonald pushing behind. We can see, oh boy, we're almost 4 wide, but we're 3 for now. Fiedler with a good run up on the high side, trying to take an advantage and start to run. Look for McDonald and Atkinson to block. There they go. Fiedler did not have the run he needed to get by. Paul M is also looking on the high side, trying to make something happen, but he might also be trying to fall back a little bit. Trying to survive beyond the first stage is going to be key here at Talladega. All right, now it's starting to look like McDonald's been able to make a little bit of room towards the front. Ooh, another aggressive move looking there from the 07 of Wes Gell as he goes below the line. You can't stay below there. Trying to pass below this solid yellow line will result in a penalty. Forcing someone below the line as well can also be considered a penalty too, so these drivers do have to be careful. McDonald looking to have a good run on the high side. It seems like it's starting to be a bit more of a competitive line, even with the good run we're seeing on the bottom, and I think McDonald's going to get the lap led there. Heading back a little bit further in our field, let's take a peek and let's check on Ashton Rieke here. Currently running in 13th. He's got Chris Pierce and Matt Malavagna on his inside. Oh, Chris is supposed to be running a new paint, but it didn't update fast enough for me. I even did the paint reset, so hopefully we'll see that again soon. See there as we see Cody Snyder up on the high side. Cody in the 4. I think right now he's trying to take his time and whittle his way forward. Jeffrey Belk also running in the rear, currently sitting in 18th position. Equipment Geek is known for not having the greatest of luck at super speedways, and with the way that their season has gone so far, I think we're really going to have to wait and see how it will turn out for them in the end. Heading back a bit further in the field, we can take a peek and check on Kenny Reel. I think he had a failed start or something as he's currently down a lap. As Chris Stroop runs in 28th. Welcome to the chat, Brett. Good to see ya. 123 Aja. Yep. Hope you're enjoying the festivities out in Homestead, Miami. Ben McDonald takes the lead yet again. Looks like that outside line really is starting to get a very strong run put together, as that is going to be the 6 of Cody Olson pushing Jesse Atkinson with him. And the 16 of Justin Glover, too. We have not seen him yet, either. Kenny Reel pulling down below. I think he's going to be hitting those brakes so he stays out of the way. Hopefully this won't end up in a, I think it was a Boyd situation we had earlier on in the season. But it looks like, yeah, he definitely let off. That's good. Let everybody by. But Adria's got the first two rows of the lines locked out and are not letting anybody through. I think they're trying to secure the stage for sure. And then beyond that, just working together to ride it out to the end. Looks like we're about to push 3 wide there with the 6 on the high side. Fiedler looking to maybe support. No. A little bit further back in our field, we can see the 66 of Sylvan Sugan currently on the inside of Jeffrey Belk. He's fallen through the field a little bit as he tails behind Michael Sparks in the 42. Sparks currently running in 18th, battling with Cody Snyder for 17th. He's got the bottom, he's got the line. Can he make it stick, though? Trying to not be too aggressive at the moment and just continue to run out laps is going to be the main goal for many of our drivers here tonight. Fiedler, who was up front way earlier on, is now down to 13th position, wanting to stay out of the limelight and get out of trouble. We saw him potentially even contesting for the lead earlier on, but just didn't want to risk it. You can see a lot of yellow spoilers as well here tonight. Volt green, technically. And that is going to be representative of the EG and FZ drivers. I believe all but 2 of them are running that. So that will be a good indicator on who is who. RA81 and Brian Fradian running a special paint scheme here tonight. Unfortunately lost a very near and dear family member, so trying to run a importance paint scheme to them and the family. So we appreciate all the support that the Fradian family has had here on the channel. I know I certainly appreciate it, and I certainly apologize for your loss. And Brian is doing what he can to show his support as well. Jumping up a little bit further in the field, we can see the 24 of Goodwin riding on the bottom, currently fighting with Paul Ems as he continues to tail behind Wes Gallo. You can see a lot of your top 6 really has not changed that much. We've seen a couple drivers pop in and out. Paul M is really looking aggressive, though, as he takes that really high line. Forcing it 3 wide. He's got Fiedler pushing him. Fiedler able to jump way further ahead to assist. You can see the moves that allows them to do when they work together well. Not quite the tandem era that we saw in the Cara tomorrow, but it certainly is close. I suppose now is a good time to thank the sponsor of this race, BCM Welding. We certainly do appreciate their support of the night, as Wes Gallo takes the lead in the 07, able to fight through. They're a welding company out in Nova Scotia that is family-owned. They have been for a while, and they support several different racers and their community. So we appreciate them, and hope you can check them out. Also got to thank Schroeder Plumbing. You can see them on the Dale Earnhardt throwback of the 39. Brandon Fiedler is running. Keep in mind that they are a family-run company that's been in business for over 50 years in the southeastern Wisconsin area, as Ben McDonald takes a huge slide in the front as he continues to hold on to the lead. Cody Olsen by as well. Adria not locked out anymore. Giving them some opportunities to work forward. But with Schroeder Plumbing, they specialize in residential new construction and remodeling plumbing services. They will also work with several local builders, or they will work with individuals hoping to build their dream home or do their own remodeling. Give them a call today at their office number, 262-971-0401. That number, once again, is 262-971-0401. Schroeder Plumbing. Jesse Atkinson holds on to the lead with Justin Glover alongside in the 16. Ben McDonald assisting Atkinson on the inside line. Brady Floyd has fallen back to 9th. Lorenzo still behind him, able to assist Floyd, and they're going to have to work together to make it forward. After last week's race, I know that Floyd and Murphy, who's not here, did not make a lot of friends out on track at Charlotte, being several laps down and being quite aggressive. So I think a lot of these guys will not be giving them an inch. Part of that will affect the rest of the Adria team, but so far they're still able to work together well to continue to lead in laps. But as the 16 and 39 begin to work together, look at the just runs that Fiedler has been able to have. He was in 13th like 3 laps ago, already able to come back and put in a great effort to work his way forward. Looking down the inside, forcing it 3 wide. There are 3 Gallows on the inside. Side by side, a little bit of contact I think we just saw there between the 16 and the 39. Fiedler's got the position ahead basically, but no one is coming to assist. Paul M's there on the bottom. Chooses not to... I wouldn't say that. I was going to say he doesn't choose to assist, but Fiedler pulls down, and he's going to lose some positions on that one, but that really did slow up the 16, who was looking to be a very good contender, and he's going to have to build all that momentum back up again. Gallo back up to the front. Brady Floyd also now running in second. He's got Fiedler behind him. If Fiedler will do anything to help out Gallo, as they are pseudo-teammates. You can see Fiedler looking to block the 20 on the inside, but also support his teammate. Looks to the outside, isn't quite fast enough. Floyd and Lorenzo up on the high side with a good run. They got Olsen behind them. He didn't give me the stage, so we're going to have to just guess on that one. All right, Floyd with the lead. He's got Lorenzo behind. Look at the teamwork they were able to do to lock out that 1-2 position yet again. Cody Olsen behind, rounding out the podium. He's got 16 behind him. Sure that Wes Gallo and Brandon Fiedler are not happy campers about that one, are going to be working together to get by them yet again. Ems and Coluccio, previously teammates, move up to the high side. Patrick Coluccio used to run with Great White North, but chose to leave, I'm sorry, for, I think, he ran with Mooselander last year? Or something like that. And now he's running with FZ Racing. I don't think it was Mooselander. I don't remember the team names from previous seasons. Speaking of Mooselander, though, we can check on Michael Sparks, who's been able to make some way forward and is about to break into the top 10. The 42 Lasagna Chevrolet Camaro for Mooselander Racing is working pretty well. He's got Mark LaPierre for J&L Racing right behind him. I've not seen Michael Jennings this race either, but LaPierre and Molovani will be here. And back a little bit further on, we can see Jesse Atkinson. I think he was spun or got damaged or something as he's down pit road. Same with McDonald. Either that or they're taking a very early pit stop strategy, but I don't think so. Snellgrove and Stroop way further back as well. Jeffrey Bell bringing up the tail end of this pack. A lot of these really competitive guys we're used to seeing up front are currently choosing to hold back and not get into the fights because they don't see it as worth it to risk some points. Matt Malavagna up into your top 5. Currently the 3 running in 5th. The Rays Energy Cheese God paint scheme. New paint for tonight. It's great to see all the great paint schemes we get here in the CASCAR Short Diplomacy Cup Series. Between Chris Pierce, Week Designs, I know Stephen Black with, I think it's XS still. They've all made some fantastic ones. I think it was either Matt Stewart, Chris Stroop that put together a lot of the warning track ones. It's just great to see regardless. A lot of great work and effort goes into those paints. Also, for those that do not know, it will be Matt Malavagna joining us up in the booth next week over at the Indianapolis Road Course. As Chris Pierce continues to run in 13th. He's got Sparks behind him, Riki ahead. Patrick Coluccio really leads up this almost second pack, right in the splitting the difference between them. Paul M is rounding out your top 10. Sylvan Seawin currently sits in 15th position with Tyler Hallahan, who started in second right behind him. Continue to tail. Looks like they were 3 wide there for a little bit further back. Richard Beasley up for warning track racing on the high side of Brian Friedian. Side by side, Mundell and Belk for 22nd. Belk able to keep it on the bottom. Tires aren't really the biggest concern here at Talladega, but they do play a role. So we won't be seeing too many tire pit stops, but you'll just take them as they come. The fall off exists, but there's just not much you can do about it, and especially when you're in draft, it doesn't affect as much. It's more for single car action. All right. It's great to see everybody out here, though. Nice, long, single-file train of cars joining us. Keep in mind, if you weren't here for the start of the stream, I gotta let you know, we are doing a giveaway for an official Forkloak Media hat, just like this one. This one is mine, but I do have several, so you don't have to wear one that's been on my greasy head. Oh, as they all come into the pit stop, slide out of Brady Floyd tire lockup. Good thing I joined in right back in time, and look at that pit entry. So many drivers in at once. Now that is some skill, and you can tell the fear of not having the fast repair is affecting so many of them. Let's go and bring up our pit board here tonight and see who's in and who isn't. As Wesley Goodwin leads up the track on the outside right now, continuing to stay out. Here's the pit entry. Let's head over to the pit exit. Brady Floyd with the leading pit stop as he did finish first. That's going to be Chris Pierce out first. Lorenzo, look at that green flag pit stops. Fantastic to see here at Talladega Super Speedway. Very short pit stop times. That's really going to be gas and goes for all these guys. Maybe some right side tires. So we see the 22 Snellgrove rounding out, leaving the longest pit stop. Didn't want to speed on pit road either, and that is a tricky one to not. So Wesley Goodwin heads in now. Riki behind him. Ems as well. Chris Pierce is going to be the first guy out. He's currently got Brian Lorenzo behind him in the 77. Fellow Ford driver, but he is not part of Adra. And you can see Chris moves out of the way to let Lorenzo through. This looks like Wes Gallo. Chasing Lorenzo. All right, as we move around through the tri-oval, you're going to start to see these positions really start to change up. Oh, around Chris Pierce. Oh, big collision in the wall. Yellow, there it is. Yellow flies. Oh, collides. Oh, is that Hallahan? I think it was. He recovers very close. What happened? We will be right back and see what caused Chris Pierce to spin and bring out the yellow. It's going to have a chance for Kenny Real to get a lap back. So we will be right back and see what happened. Okay, so we join in here with Chris Pierce. Look at that. I think he's trying to join in, but didn't see the 6. 6 comes up. Oh, jeez. Let's rewind a little bit and check that again. I believe it was the 6 tried to come up and stay off the line. Chris Pierce coming down just a little bit. Uh-oh. And the 25 just gets spun off the nose of the 6 of Olsen, sending him straight down the racetrack. Now that is going to be burning up his tires. Let's see this collision into the wall. Hopefully it wasn't too heavy. Remember, 0 fast repairs. So they're 3 wide. That might be some engine damage if he's heading up nose forward. You can see him hard on the brakes there. Oh, nose first straight into the wall. That tells me that Chris Pierce's race for this week just might be done. Unfortunate for the ATVO Pierce Graphics Suicide Prevention Month 25 Ford Mustang. Absolutely unfortunate. But it happens. I think his car will still at least be operational, but oof. We'll be right back. Oh, that was Ems he hit, but Ems was able to recover. Okay, rejoining in, Richard Beasley is going to be leading up this race. Let's go ahead and grab Brian Lorenzo, see what his thoughts are for this race so far, and what his continued strategy will be. Brian, so in the booth, do you read me?
Yep, loud and clear, man.
Fantastic. How has your race been going? You've been pretty competitive so far here tonight.
It's been going pretty well. I mean, we've been, leading. We've been either leading or second, third place. It's been a pretty wild ride. We're just trying to control the race right now, and car's driving great.
Now, this is going to be a bit crazy of a question I have to ask. What's the stage lap going to be?
37.
37. Good to know. We're going to update that. So what is going to be your strategy up until the stage?
Go get as many stage points as possible. If we can win the stage, even better. But I think the big thing is just going to be to keep this car safe. We got no fast repairs this week. So once you wreck, you're out of the race.
We just saw Chris Pierce get spun out of turn 1 in the middle of 1 and 2 and hit nose first into the wall. How does that make you feel?
Definitely an ugly hit. Hope they can, since they're a Ford, I hope they can get the car fixed and come out here and get a Ford W.
Understandable. But, I mean, I can only imagine the thoughts that it has to have there is, you know, seeing one of your, I won't say pseudo-teammates, but, you know, manufacturer allies hitting the wall like that. That's, you know, it's good we don't get hurt here on iRacing, but...
Yeah, that's tough hit. The good thing with these cars is that they can definitely take a hit. If you hit the right front or the left front, you might pop a tire, unfortunately. But if you hit the wall, even if you hit the wall head on, it's salvageable. You can come back into the race. You just gotta hope there's no engine damage.
Yeah. So that will be remaining to be seen. Well, if your strategy is to control the race with the rest of your teammates, they seem to be pretty close. You think you can get it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, 2 of our teammates are in the back now, but. I got Brady here. I think that we got really fast cars today. I think we can go do it. We're going to be lined up too.
All right. Well, Brian, thank you very much for your time. I certainly do appreciate it. Good luck.
Yep, thank you for putting on a show.
77 of Brian Lorenzo for Adra Esports. Going to be lining up on the outside with his teammate Brady Floyd behind him. Chris Pierce hit the wall, bringing out the yellow. Stage lap 37. Good to know that we have that now. More on me for not asking. But Chris will not be last here. You can see his car coming back. Let's take a peek at the nose, see if he's got more damage on there. Looks okay. It might have looked worse than it actually was, and we're just going to have to hope so, because he would be the first driver out of the race. So, all right. Looks pretty good. He's got some people he's known to race with alongside, so they might be a little bit kinder to him as well if his car is slower. All right. Wes Gallo is going to be starting in the second row inside lane. The 07 Week Designs Davey Allison throwback with the Dale Earnhardt throwback. Right behind him, you can see a nice line of EG/FZ drivers. EG's Brandon Fiedler and Brian Fradian will be on the inside behind Gallo for FZ. Michael Sparks continues to sit 14th right now, just outside the top 10. But he seems to have a pretty good race car here tonight and might have an opportunity to fight his way forward. Get the opportunity. We'll break him up in a bit. All right. Got to thank Schroeder Plumbing and BCM Welding for sponsoring tonight's race. BCM Welding Company is out in Nova Scotia. They are family owned and support our one and only Tyler Hallahan, so we certainly do appreciate them. Shorter Plumbing's been in business for over 50 years in the southeastern Wisconsin area, and they support their local community and help individuals build their dream home or do their own remodeling. So, big thank you to them for sponsoring our race and series. And the Arson.com Motorsport Simulation Pace Car rolls down pit lane here at Talladega Superspeedway for Richard Beasley and Brian Lorenzo to take us into the Geico Restart Zone. Big check up in the rear. 4 wide there for a minute, too. It looks like the middle of the pack did not get going. Ashton Reiki being the last of the drivers to really get a good run. Belk behind, same with Goodwin, I think that is. Nope, Chris Stroop. Lorenzo and Floyd already out to the lead. See a lot of these cars all bunched up together. All right, across the line, we'll get this updated. There we are, Lorenzo to the lead. We do appreciate all the drivers that have completed the driver form submission in the CASCAR Discord. Allows us to have your fantastic pictures up out on screen. If you're a family member for some of the driver that has not put up their picture and you can convince them to do it, you should. All right, not much longer left until we hit the stage. So, we're going to go ahead and see how this plays out, as it looks like, ooh, Brady Floyd must have gotten turned a little bit more than I think he was expecting as he goes down below the yellow and loses all those positions. Beasley now out to the lead yet again. Gallo right behind, Fiedler behind him. That is going to change up your 1-2 spots. Fiedler hangs on for third as Lorenzo keeps fourth on the inside. He's got Jeffrey Belk behind him. Belk able to really fight his way back straight to the front here for this stage. He might be able to get some good stage points on this one. Beasley, your winner at Dover, coming back to do what he can to hold off everyone behind him. It's currently a single file train. They don't want to cause too much drama yet, but I think across the stage line we're going to see some more action. Let's go and follow along for a lap. We'll do the inside of Brian Fradienne. Give him some more air time. Currently running in 6th position. See what it's like to drive here at Talladega, to be right in the middle of the pack. Thank you to the helmet cam for allowing us to have such a good perspective. Very smooth inputs here out of the 81. Because right now they really are in the just counting laps stage. Uh-oh. There's a good bit of connection issues there for the 81, but we're okay now. If we continue to have those, we'll hop out. You can just imagine the pressure, though. Being in this situation, you got a car right there on your rear bumper. You can see it in the mirror. You're trying to tail behind your teammate ahead to give them the aero push they need, as you're right here caught straight in the middle. Got a lot of cars starting to come up, and there it is. Brady Floyd, you can see that blue forward bumper coming in on the high side. Lorenzo moves up to the outside. Fiedler goes to block. Gallo goes to block as well. Check up in the high side lane. You can see all those cars bunching up together. This is it. This is how you know you're close to the stage. Completion of lap 37 is when the yellow will fly. Oh boy, we're getting dicey now. You can see all those cars bunched up together. Approaching into turn 3. Gallo still holds on to the lead. Currently 3 wide, a little bit towards the rear. Belk was able to secure the inside third row position. And Fiedler blocks the high side, not letting Lorenzo, Floyd, and McDonald through. Looks like Will Cloud also is in that group, currently running in 10th. Just how many cars are put together, you can tell. In fact, your top 10 is all right there. It will be a battle straight to the line for the stage, and it definitely looks like Wes Gallo has a good position right now as he continues to lead, but Beasley is being aggressive. Can Jeffrey Belk come in to assist? Fiedler continues to hold up that high line, not letting Adra through. Good run out of it, looks like to be the 22 of Greg Snellgrove, trying to make his way up on the high side. He's got a bit of the run to do it, but he needs some more help. High side starting to make some way forward. I can only imagine the plotting going right now with Adra trying to get around Fiedler. Big bump there. There it is. They're moving to 3 wide. It's 3 wide for the lead, and this isn't even the completion of lap 37 yet. Lorenzo on the high side. There it is. They shoot around the 39 of Fiedler, leaving him in the dust. That won't completely solve their problem, though, as Richard Beasley runs in second, and won't be easy to surrender those positions as they're still 3 wide a bit further back. Your top 2 beginning to break away a little bit. There it is, a little bit of tandeming. It's great to see. Oh, Gallo moves to the outside to block. Lorenzo doesn't care and continues to push. Floyd behind, continuing to push his teammate McDonald all the way through. There it is. Completion of this lap will give the stage, and look at that. Adra, 1, 2, 3. I think they have a good strategy working out. As though they're going to be 3 wide to the end, though, not making this easy on anybody. Oh, wrecking as we come out of 4. Mundell around, Gallo, caution flies. And across the line, I believe Lorenzo will be taking the stage win with Floyd, McDonald, and Atkinson taking 1, 2, 3, 4 at the stage, with Will Cloud rounding out in 5th. Alright, who got killed? Gallo. Uh-oh, he's around. Paul M's way further back, he had an accident. Hallahan, I think's okay. I know Mundell was, where is he? 23rd. Oh boy. Alright, we'll be right back and take a look and brought out that yellow and we can go through our stage interviews. Okay, we are back. You can follow along right now. Look at towards the front. We can see a checkup from Brady Floyd into Atkinson, sending Fiedler up into the wall. Up on the high side, it looks like... Ooh, who was that tailed him? Came down, hit Mundell, hit Belk. Mundell sent up the track. Collides, sending Fradian down as well. Mundell around. I think people barely avoid him. Oh, Belk crashes hard into Gallo. That's what sent him around. Yikes. We'll rewind a little bit and see some other parts of this. Because that is certainly a very big accident. Let's go to a different camera angle. All right. So we have Mundell here. So Gallo, that gets involved as well. So that's why he was already down there. Okay. Unfortunate. Yep, you can see a little bit of netcode there. Forces Gallo down, collects into Mundell, sending them both down. Belk and Gallo collide. Oof. 34 into the 93. 81 sent down as well. Sylvan Seguin collided into, and then as Belk and... Oh, man. That is a bad accident. I wouldn't say it's going to kill many of their races, but it certainly will not be helping them. See Wes Gallo here. Looks like he was able to survive pretty good. Same with Belk. No head-on collisions. That's like the main worry, is to collide head-on. So, all right. We are going to jump back up to real time. Okay. Ben McDonald is going to be in the lead right now. So let's go and interview your stage winner. I think it was Lorenzo that won that one. Brad, so in the booth, do you read me?
Yep, loud and clear, man.
I believe you won the stage.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you managed to secure the stage, especially with your team. That being a 1, 2, 3, 4. How does that feel?
Great. We lost the lead, and we were able to rebound right back, just working together.
I mean, that is one thing I absolutely have to commend your guys' teamwork on, is just the way you're able to dominate at these super speedway races. The communication and trust you have in each other is second to none.
Yeah, man. That's why we're leading the race. Yeah. At the end of the day, like I said, back at Daytona, we don't really care who's in the lead as long as a Adria Esports car. We don't care. We're going to push them. That's kind of what happened there. I had Brady push me and keep me out in front till the end of that stage there.
And it definitely has worked out in your favor. How are you going to play this till the end of the race?
Try to lead the race, stay out of trouble. We got 55 to go here, so I mean, yeah, it's just going to be about not messing up the pit stops and staying out in front and just putting ourselves in the right place come 15, 20 laps to go.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Well, Brian, good luck and congratulations on the stage win. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
Gotta thank all the supporters for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I couldn't run this car last week. Feels good to whip it out and get a stage win, and she's fast. Gotta thank my girlfriend, she's watching at home. Gotta thank the family, Adria Esports for giving me an opportunity as usual, and of course you guys in the booth for putting on the show.
All right, Brian, thank you once again for your time, and congratulations on the stage win. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
77, Brian Lorenzo. Next yellow we get, if he's not right up there, we'll interview Michael Sparks. We have not seen a lot of him so far this season, but looks like Chris Pierce, after his accident, was able to recover to a top 15 position now. He'll be coming back. Some of your higher damage drivers are still in the pits, including Wes Gallo, Sylvan Seguin. Looks like Jeffrey Belk was able to make it out of the pits. Unfortunate. And I have a feeling that some of these guys do see your top 3 drivers as part of what caused that. So I think that's going to be only increasing some of the tensions we've been beginning to see brew. So we'll keep an eye on, see how that continues to develop. And it will be McDonald, Floyd, Lorenzo, Cloud, and Atkinson as your top 5. Good chance to thank our sponsors yet again. BCM Welding, Schroeder Plumbing. Got to thank, of course, Pierce Graphics as well, who puts together our overlay package. Constant support of Frankenstein Metalworks. I think they're Frankenstein's Nerd Lab now. Always good support from everybody out there. So, the Arsenal.com Motorsport Simulation pulls down, pace car pulls down pit lane, and it will be Ben McDonald bringing us to the green flag in the Geico restart zone. McDonald in the black and orange 12 Ford Mustang for Adria Esports, off to a really good start. He's got his team all right there with him. You can see Atkinson filing in at the rear as well. They've got the top 4 locked out yet again. Can they work and keep it that way twice? Will Cloud won't be making it so easy, though, as he continues to battle with Atkinson. It looks like Bryn George going to be supporting as well in the number 45. 16 Glover falls out, does not want to get too involved yet. A very long race left to go here at Talladega Super Speedway. Getting wrecked out early is not what these drivers want, and I can already just feel the hurt coming in from our drivers that have been in a bad position now. Matt Malavagna clearly had an incident earlier on. We're going to have to look for that, as he currently sits in last, 8 laps down from the leader. All right, they're bringing up into 2 lanes. Cloud pushing Floyd. Cloud getting some assistance from George as well, with Goodwin behind. See of all our fantastic drivers running here at the Super Speedway. 2.66 miles per lap. Running at just basically 200 miles an hour in 5th gear the entire time. Nice reminder, yet again, if you haven't heard, we are doing a hat giveaway for 4 Cloak Media. Join in to next week's streams at the Indianapolis Road Course. We'll be picking a winner after you comment in the chat, after a bot tells you that it's the giveaway is live. A winner will be picked, and we can work out shipping details. If you want to watch the promotional video for that, it'll be over at the Instagram at 4cloak_media, over at the YouTube channel, where you can just search on YouTube 4Cloak Media. There should be the top result there. And then Ben McDonald also released it on his TikTok page as well. Lorenzo taking the bottom line, trying to fight McDonald for the lead. Adro still has those top 4 positions. Will Cloud currently sitting outside their top 4 in the outside lane. He's got his teammate, actual teammate, for both of them are FZ Racing, of Bryn George right behind. Brandon Fiedler, who was involved in some earlier incidents, currently fighting to get back towards the front. We know that 39 Toyota Camry for Shorter Plumbing has a ton of speed built up in it, as you've been able to see him come back from mid-pack to the front several times now. Just waiting to see it again. Westgal still down in pit lane, unfortunately. All right, McDonald definitely has the lead in the bag for now. Still getting some assistance from Floyd. That outside lane appears to be the way to be running right now. We've been seeing a lot of very good runs coming from that outside lane. A little bit longer time to travel in the corner, but you do get a very good burst of speed down the backstretch, and clearly that's working out in their favor thus far. You can see that inside lane, just the advantage they have going into the turns. Breaks out pretty even. It looks like not quite clear for Lorenzo yet. Doesn't want to quite block. But I think your Adria drivers are really trying to keep everybody else at bay. Not really anything else. Something we did not mention a whole lot last stream, but we did a little bit. Jesse Atkins is currently running in his 00. You can see a pink bucket on his hood. And that is making fun of the pink bucket that I was able to obtain from my job. So we will be incorporating that into the streams eventually, I promise. But it's a pink bucket. It's crazy. We know. Cody Olsen here in, I don't believe his first start, but one of the few, currently running in 5th position. He's got a very competitive car so far here tonight in his Chevrolet Camaro, chasing behind Atkinson, getting some assistance from Goodwin behind. Making the starts he can. Will Cloud and Bryn George really pushing that outside line forward. That's giving an opportunity for Patrick Coluccio to maybe close in as well if he can get the draft. Chris Pierce, you can see, one of the first incidents of the night with some damage, was able to come back. You can see I don't think he had any engine damage, or if he does, he's able to remain in the draft and still be competitive, which is great to see. Good run for Coluccio as he closes in to his teammate ahead. Coluccio also a member of FZ Racing. Definitely a good run for many of our drivers tonight. I think many of them are happy not to have been taken out in their incidents so far. Ben McDonald really able to lead these laps, though. He's been able to put on a good defense from his teammates, but also be able to help them as well, not putting them into a compromising position, trying to get by too much. It's a good skill to try to ride, as you have to remain fast. Lorenzo, though, definitely also a good player at that, as he's getting some assistance from Jesse Atkinson behind. See Patrick Coluccio here right next to Chris Pierce, still running 10th and 11th, respectively. Check in on the 42. Michael Sparks currently running in 16th position. He's got Brandon Fiedler alongside, as it looks like that outside lane is starting to build up a little bit of steam. Might be coming by soon, but they have to bunch up together to really get there. Snellgrove in the 22, tailing behind Ashton Reiki in the 26. Marco LaPierre sits in the 8 car. See Cody Snyder here in the 4, currently running in 20th position. He's got Jeffrey Belk behind him, who was involved in that incident earlier with some damage, but it looks like he's been able to recover so far. We'll see if that's going to play into his long-term speed more than anything. It's James Johnson subbing in for Matt Stewart tonight, tailing behind his teammate of Richard Beasley. Very competitive drive here tonight. Coming back up towards the front, we can see Lorenzo has the lead now. Atkinson pushing. McDonald going to have to let them through so far. Can't quite jump ahead yet. Keeping up the driver information at the bottom so you can just see who these guys are. Get a good indication on what their numbers are, what they look like. Just, you know, good things to see about these guys. Things that we're glad to be able to integrate into our series. Running a little bit high there for McDonald, though. You can see with the extremely hot track temperature, that's going to continue to eat up their tires. Like I said earlier, it does not impact too much here at Talladega, but it is just enough so that if you're a smaller group, you're going to want to take those tires to have a higher advantage. Can lead up to about a second or two a lap, I believe, when it comes down to it towards the end of the run to a start of one. I'm still expecting the undercut to be the thing to watch of the season, but the other thing I was predicting earlier on was going to be the sandwiching effect we've been seeing. When you have 3 cars together, the front and rear car, the front car just won't have enough speed, but the middle and rear one will close in together, and it'll send the middle car, not the one in the middle or the one in the front, but it'll send the middle car sending around. We've seen a little bit of it, especially at Daytona. But it looks like tonight, and I imagine with the fear of wrecking out of the race they have, they're staying out of trouble. Keeping off each other's bumpers too much. Getting wrecked out by your teammate, I think, is not the thing that a lot of these guys want, so that's why they're holding off. Still a continued good battle for the lead we see here at Talladega, and I gotta thank BCM Welding for coming in and supporting tonight's race for the BCM. Welding 250. They're a family-run company out in Nova Scotia that does, you guessed it, welding, and we thank them very much for their support for tonight's race. Also got to thank Schroeder Plumbing for the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. They allow us to put on these fantastic races as our title sponsor, and we certainly do appreciate it. They're a family-run company that's been in business for over 50 years out in the southeastern Wisconsin area. They specialize in residential new construction and remodeling plumbing services. They'll also work with several local builders, or they will work with individuals hoping to build their dream home or do their own remodeling. You can give them a call today at their office number, 262-971-0401. That number, once again, is 262-971-0401. Schroeder Plumbing. Getting good enough at that I don't have to look at my script anymore. Continued battle for the lead between Adro. They have got this thing under control. They are going to have to pit for fuel, I imagine, relatively soon. I don't expect it to be the next lap, but it will be within the next 10 to 15, I believe. These cars run 65% fuel out of the 100 that iRacing keeps these cars at, and the NASCAR actual Cup Series runs. Fortunately, not too much action right now, but that's all right. We'll be seeing a lot more of that coming down as soon as they hit pit road. And back through the field a little bit, we can check in on Wes Gallo, who is running laps yet again, currently working with Sylvan Seguin. Fortunately, he's been, so heavily damaged. Matt Malavagna also with some damage earlier on, putting him 8 laps down from the leader. Probably the last car on the lead lap is Ashton Reiki. Jeffrey Belk battling for position with him as Belk closes in to his teammate of M's up ahead. Another advantage of the next-gen car, other than the sturdiness they have, has to be the dual exhaust they run now. It's no longer both exhausts going out. I believe it was the right side. I get one on each side, and that allows them to sound fantastic as they roll out throughout the super speedway. Chris Pierce a little bit further back, currently in the top 10. Continues to make his way forward. You can definitely tell he was not too heavily damaged after his earlier incident. One driver another we got to be concerned about is Kyle Mundell after his incident, but it looks like he's doing okay. Looks like the real sufferer of the accident was Wes Gallo. And after last week, that is unfortunate. Some continued bad luck for the FZ and EG teams. We'll have to see if that luck gets turned around at some point soon. We did see a win coming from Will Cloud and a second place position the last 2 weeks here in the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. Congratulations to them on that. I have to say it again. But still, for the rest of them, it's been a not so great run. I know they've been hoping to break. All right. Brady Floyd currently sits in 3rd, Atkinson 4th. Will Cloud continues to round out your top 5. Chris Pierce continues to make some headway forward, now up to 7th. Like I said, expect soon to see some of these guys breaking off down to hit pit road. But it won't be yet. Fiedler sits in 13th position, currently sitting with some of his teammates around him. Working together, continue to run out these laps. You can see just how close your field has been this entire time. It has not been a break away where we've been seeing a single file train. It's really been 2 lines we're seeing here with these guys all running together. Both lanes have been very equally matched. Just something I think we should be pretty happy to see. What do you mean by that, Brett? Undefeated. You're going to have to comment on that. Ooh, Atkinson might be subbing in for you. That's what you mean. If so, that wasn't something that was told to me. Also, for those at home, please feel free to use the channel points. I call them the pistons, but they're the FM logo in the bottom of your screen that you'll see that you'll occasionally get increased boosts on. Please, go ahead and use them, and use the redemptions on those to do some things. You can highlight your messages. Ah, okay, I was right. So it is Atkinson subbing in for you. Gotcha. Remember, to the subscribers, you also get a 2x bonus for channel points. Every time you have an option to move, win some, you get double. All right, closing up onto this pack. Uh-oh. Starting to really see some breakups here. They keep it together for now. Will Cloud able to secure himself a third after that big shuffle. Tails behind, Floyd and McDonald continuing to run 1-2. Chris Pierce continues to try to make some moves. He's got Kenny Reel behind him. Kenny currently sitting down in 26, but he's still got the pace of a car leading up ahead. Sylvan Seguin, not entirely sure what he's doing. Able to rejoin the track safely enough. I think that was Sylvan. It's either Sylvan or Mark. Below the yellow coming back, but all right, Will Cloud broke up the Adria 1, 2, 3, 4. Will Cloud now running in third. Cloud has run with these Adria guys before, as have several of the other drivers here. And there they go, hitting pit lane. Brady Floyd also chooses to not stay out. Chris Pierce does, as they all hit pit road. All right, we are in for a pit stop group. Will Cloud able to just secure it in. Brady Floyd with a good stop, though, coming in. As Halhan closes in to get to that second pit stall. Chris Pierce continues to lead, though, with James Johnson behind. Floyd going to be the first out of pit road. Atkinson with a lot of speed. We have a lot of cars all grouped up together on that one. Oh, almost a spin there from the 16 coming out of pit road. All right, Chris chooses to stay out yet again. McDonald out of pit road actually first. He's got the lead on that one. I think he had a much bigger run. Was able to get around Floyd on pit lane. Well, the pit road exit. And that's going to be Adria 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to be the ones to watch here. It looks like Snellgrove with some damage going to be in the pits. As he now leaves. 52 seconds exactly. Yeah, that's some big damage, and I think some four tires and repairs. Chris Pierce, though, continues to lead with James Johnson right with them. James having a bit of speed up on the high side, going to be looking to pass. He's getting some assistance from his teammate Richard Beasley. And Chris Pierce is going to hit pit road, putting James Johnson to the lead. Knew it was a good idea to leave that pit lane information thing up. Kenny Reel going in with Chris as well. I know they stay in the general voice chat together, so they're able to plan that out. All right, Wes Gallo currently tailing behind Adria right now on the inside of Lorenzo. Going to be making life a lot more difficult for him, not letting him through easy. Lorenzo blocks. James Johnson continues to lead with Beasley behind, Stroop behind him as well to warning track 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to have to pit soon, though. And there they go down. Warning Truck Racing looking to take the uppercut strategy. Will it work out in their favor as Chris Pierce leaves pit road? Basically leaving the rest of everybody who's been working with behind, but it won't be fast enough as that's going to be Adra Esports coming in with a very big amount of speed closing into Chris Pierce. Richard Beasley, though, sits at the top of the board with James Johnson behind. Kyle Mundell leaves pit road first. Well, leaves his pit stall first. And yes, he will be taking the lead as they roll out through the pits. But McDonald now going to be the driver coming in. As they roll through the tri-oval, it won't be enough. Warning Track Racing with not enough speed. I don't think we're going to have to keep an eye on it. But I don't think they do. There they come, the train of cars. Pierce at the end of it, McDonald at the front. Mundell leads, coming off of pit road. He's got his teammates with him. Can it help as Richard Beasley is going to be taking the lead? Will it be enough? Adra moves up to the center line. And it won't. There they go. The line of cars overtakes. I'm sure they took absolutely full fuel on that one. Going to try to push it straight to the end of the race. All right, they pass Snellgrove to put him a lap down. Next driver up, Ashton Reiki. He's going to be very far away as he's still on pit road. I think he had a... No, that wouldn't be speeding if he's coming in. So that's Ashton's going to be next driver down. And then Paul Ems, who's working with Cody Snyder right now. And you can see everybody still on their screen. So it will be a while until they get put down a lap. All right, we hit our single file train of the night. So everybody turn on your alarm clocks and we'll be back once some action begins to heat up again. I'm kidding, of course. We'll remain to be here. McDonald continues to lead laps. He's got a great car for it here tonight. Brady Floyd continues to push him as well. Atkinson right there. Can Will Cloud come back and break up that Adra domination? He's been one of the few cars that's been able to do it consistently so far. And as soon as I say that, though, it looks like there's going to be a good run coming from Cody Olsen. Nope, not Cody Olsen. The Warning Track crew, Richard Beasley leading it up as they have a good run in the middle lane. Chris Pierce backs out, leaving him with less cars. Wes Gallo looking to assist. Adro goes to block the center line as well, but it won't be enough. They're 3 wide across the line. Richard Beasley takes the lead. Kyle Mundell looking to push as well. Kyle has not won a single race in his entire time here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series yet, and it is a heartbreak for him. So I think this might be his chance if they've been able to overtake like that. Look at the run they had. It's going to give Nader a chance to come back, though, but you can see they continue to run 3 wide. You put on your alarm clocks. Now it's time to take them off as they're continuing to run 3. A very impressive drive coming from a lot of them. Gallo up on the high side. All right, they're starting to thin out a little bit more now. Side by side for Floyd and Beasley. You can see Adra really working together. There it is. Will Cloud coming in to push to help Adra a little bit there. That's giving an opportunity for McDonald and Atkinson to really close in as well. Cloud still breaking up their group, but they're all together. Cloud moves out of the way. to lead up that inside pack. I think Cloud knows he can work well with the warning track guys. They have a common enemy in Adria Esports, as Adria's been able to lead the entire point standings for a very good amount of time now, and by a sizable margin too. So anybody that can work with to try to take him down, that's the goal, as Brady Floyd leads laps here at Talladega once again. Brett Murphy says, I like Billy. Understandable. Mr. Billy Stratus or Will Cloud is a pretty cool guy. As are many of the drivers out here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series. In fact, if you like him so much, you should throw him a sponsorship, not just to the drivers, but to the series as well. Get in contact with the CASCAR administration, and you get to have me give your advertisement out on stream. Malavagna, another lap down. Unfortunately, this did not turn into the race. I know he would want it to be, trying to get his 13th career win. He's been a good ringer at the super speedways in the past. We can think back to, I believe it was last season at iRacing Super Speedway. Super competitive. But it appears that tonight will not be his night. All right. Adria 1, 2, 3, 4 yet again. Who can break it up this time? Those team games they've been able to work are incredible. Just the coordination they have as a team is clearly very strong. It's not to say that the other teams aren't, but just the super speedway performance we see out of these guys is a lot. And especially with Jesse being a mainly dirt driver, it's good to see him out here, and they're able to coach him through and really help him out so that they can all work together as a unit. Beasley looking to make a move to the outside. Didn't quite get the run I think he wanted. Was hoping to have a few more drivers out there join him, but just didn't happen yet. Jesse is the glue that holds Adria together. That's I can see that. I can see that. We'll have to discuss with them, though, how they all feel about that. Heading back a little bit further in our field, you can see our newcomer, Justin, currently sitting in 20th position. Looks to be in a pretty good condition car with Fiedler behind with damage. It might be more due to a pit stop than anything. Here's Michael Spark, currently running in 19th. I said if we had a yellow again, I'd grab him. We have not had that opportunity quite yet. Currently, Wesley Goodwin rounds out your top 10. He's been doing a real good job so far this season, able to be a good mid-pack to front contender. They put in a lot of pressure with these guys, and we have just been doing great in terms of our attendance numbers. And we have to thank all of our viewers at home for watching these, and it helps really encourage them to keep coming in every single week and put on a great show for you guys. Because, you know, usually if we're down cars at this rate, Talladega would just be an absolute snooze fest, just with how long the race is. But so far, these guys have been able to keep non-stop action in and out, allowing us to stick in. Kyle Mendel currently sitting in 8th position, hoping to work with his teammates to get back up towards the front. When I say front, I mean out of the top 10 and into the top 5. I've seen Kyle in most of the races since I have started broadcasting here for the CASCAR iRacing League 2 years ago, I believe it is now, for their Season 2. So we're now in Season 4. And Kyle has not won a race. And he has been a consistent contender for great points the entire time. But he's just waiting for his chance. And I think he's... we'll have to see when it comes. I hope to be here when it does. Sylvan Seawind currently running the bottom, hoping to stay out of the way of your leaders. Comes up a little bit there to get a side draft to Cloud, though. Tyler Hallahan started in 2nd position in this race and is down to 18th. His luck continues to not work out for him. Hopefully, be able to come back strong very soon. One thing interesting we'll be able to see next week is the road course element, as we'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Get a lot of drivers attend the Oval, which I think turned out to be a real good event. Lots of action the entire time. But we're going to be going to the road course, the new one, that's been in place for many years, but new on iRacing now, and see how all of our drivers adapt. It will be a challenge for many of them to bring the next-gen Cup car around a road course consistently. But for many of our road course ringers, it'll be an opportunity to come straight to the front. So, we'll see how that does play out, but that'll be next week when we do our giveaway. Hope to see everybody out there for that. Remember, if you want to get a higher chance, you can subscribe here on twitch.tv/4cloak. Prime subscriptions included, so if you have an Amazon account, attach your Amazon account to your Twitch, and you can get a free Prime sub. All right. Let's head back a little bit. We can check in on Paul M., someone we have not seen a whole lot of tonight. I've not seen him a lot just lately. The 28 Valvoline Chevrolet for Great White North, currently working with Cody Snyder, and now Brandon Fiedler. So, first race without fast repairs. I can already feel the disappointment in a lot of these guys that they had their races just not helped at all by some damage. But we wanted to cut down on the amount of wrecking and spending time under yellow. And so far at Talladega, it's worked out, I'd say. Really only two big yellows we saw in the first one wasn't that big. It was just more a single car. Well, collision into M's as well, but mainly single car. Some more airtime for Brian Fradian here, currently running in 11th, hoping to pass Chris Stroop with some assistance from Jeffrey Belk to break into the top 10. He does. Good run for the two Equipment Geek drivers. Once again, Brian Fradian currently running a very special paint scheme due to a loss of a loved one, so we provide our apologies here at 4Cloak Media, and we know the support that the Fradian family has here at the channel. We certainly do appreciate it, and we apologize as well, and continue to support Brian as he hopes to put on a good show for you guys as well. Cody Olsen, in one of his very few starts here in the CASCAR Short Deployment Cup Series, potentially his first, I don't think so, as I've seen his name before. Currently running in 5th, only driver right now to stick with the Adra crew. Everybody else 3 seconds back. Just look at the gap. That is insanity. And if I'm not mistaken, they'll have enough gas to make it to the end of the race. So now it really is just hunker down and complete the last 15 laps. So they all work together, pushing at high speeds. Let's go and follow along with somebody in a bit more of a pack. Join in with Bryn George and see what it's like to drive some more laps here at Talladega Superspeedway. Get a bit of an opportunity to see the banking here at Talladega. 33 degrees, I believe it is. See the absolute angle it is. And it looks like they'll be coming down to take gas. Ooh, very close to the wall. That is going to be a speeding penalty for Mr. George. I can tell you that much already. So he's going to have to come down pit road yet again. Coluccio might have gotten away with it. So they work with Gallo to pit in. What do our leaders do as we bring up our pit board? It looks like they're going to be staying out. As do Warning Track Racing, with some assistance from Chris Pierce as well. Well, Warning Track Racing's Beasley and Mundell, as Pierce, Cloud, and Snellgrove are not part of Warning Track, but all right. Potentially an interesting strategy being taken by Warning Track to get back up into the points. Well, higher points. But they're going to have to find a way to fight back from further back. Check in with Chris Stroop, one of your drivers that did amazingly at Dover until the last couple of laps, but has been a great driver thus far here in the CASCAR Short Playing Cup Series. A new driver for us, but doesn't matter. Definitely has a lot of skill built up in his car and has been getting a lot of assistance from his teammates, including James Johnson subbing in, as it looks like Adria does hit pit road. They're going to have to come in for this last stop, as Richard Beasley is going to be taking the lead off of that one. Ooh, big slide there from Chris Pierce. He's got his car together. They've got to hold it together. Atkinson, the first off of pit road for Adria. Ooh, big slide coming out of the 6 of Cody Olsen. He stays down off of the racing line. Looks like a tough pit stop for Brady Floyd, but that is going to be Olsen in an absolutely compromised position. I'm sorry for catching that on camera, sir. All right, Mr. Stroop out to the lead with James Johnson and Ashton Reiki behind. Reiki currently sitting down further back. Good enough. 25th, there it is. All right. All right, this is going to be Warning Track plus Cloud and Pierce leaving pit road. Chris, I think still, yep, there he is. Had a not so great pit stop. We're going to be having to work with Wesley Goodwin and Jeffrey Belk. Where is Adria going to fall? All right, there they go. Leaving the pits, Atkinson leads. He's got Lorenzo and McDonald behind. Chris Stroop still is going to be now entering pit road with James Johnson behind him. Beasley leaves pit road, but he will be by himself. Cloud behind a bit, but they won't have enough speed, and that's going to be Jesse Atkinson to the lead. Well, kind of lead. Third place, really, but James Johnson and Chris Stroop still in pit road. You can see your Adria drivers of Atkinson, Lorenzo, McDonald do not have to hit pit road, but Brady Floyd also will not. He's going to be much further back and is going to have to fight for points. And after last week, there was an incident going on between Floyd and Belk, as they're almost going to be 3 wide back. On the last lap at Charlotte, with Brady being several laps down, colliding into Belk. We're going to have to see how that plays out, but we know that Jeff is pretty good at not letting that influence a lot of things later down the line. There's been a constant joke of how at the Darlington throwback race last season, I think it was, with Snellgrove taking out Belk, how they'll get each other back repeatedly, but it doesn't happen yet. Look at the speed that Beasley and Cloud have been able to build up, closing into Adria ahead. To close into Sylvan Sequin to put him another lap down. Remember, Beasley won at Dover, Cloud won at Bristol, and it was Brett Murphy that won at Daytona, but Lorenzo at Pocono. So currently a lot of your top 5 are race winners or at least race win contenders. McDonald finishing in 4th at Daytona, I want to say. I don't remember their finishing order. But Atkinson finishing in 3rd at Daytona, so they are all going to be working together trying to get who can get that win, as this is going to turn into a chaotic last couple of laps. Yeah, celebrate your Daytona win, Brett. All right, Belk pushes Floyd right now with Chris Pierce behind and Goodwin behind them. Kyle Mundell currently sitting in 11th, working with Snellgrove to catch back up. Snuggle currently sitting down 1 lap. Last car on the lead lap will be Tyler Hallahan, with Brian Fradian being the first car a lap down. Michael Sparks not far behind him. See all of these cars up together. It is a very competitive race. It is turning out to be. All right. I had a little bit more to say. We are certainly in a single car train yet again as we close down these last couple of laps. A good time to thank our sponsors, of course. Shorter Plumbing. They are a family-run company out in the southeastern Wisconsin area that's been in business for over 50 years. You can get in contact with them because they will work with individuals hoping to do their own homes or do their own remodeling. Give them a call today at their office number, 262-971-0401. The number once again is 262-971-0401. Shorter Plumbing. And of course, got to thank BCM Welding for sponsoring tonight's race. They are a family-run company out in Nova Scotia. They support our good friend Tyler Hallahan, and they have supported tonight's race. We certainly appreciate it. All right. Will Cloud is still holding up that top 5. Beasley in 4th. Next car back is going to be Chris Droop leading up this second pack with Brady Floyd right behind him. This is going to be really a big battle for positions here aside from your leader. So as soon as we see the leaders cross the line, this is right where we're headed. There we go. All right, completion this lap. I think it's going to be 5 to go. We're going to have a good race at the end. A tough race for many of our drivers, but an even better one for others. This has been quite the race here at the BCM Welding 250. Rounding this one out. And moving on to next week over at the Indianapolis Road Course. The next-gen cars here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series will duke it out to see who can secure the win at the Brickyard. Make sure you tune in next week to participate in our hat giveaway. If you win you have to make sure you comment in !ticket. Don't worry, we'll have a prompt up on screen to remind you of that, so I don't expect you to remember that a week from now. And you can enter for your chance to win for free. All you have to do is follow here on twitch.tv/4cloak. Throw in your comment. Make sure you attend the end of the stream. You have a chance of winning. The bot will pick you at the end. I do not. If you're not here at the end of the stream and you win, then unfortunately I won't be able to pick you. I need people that are here, so you'll have to tune in just so that we can make sure we have consistent contact information. Only exemptions of that are some drivers, not all of them. Just drivers I know have access to in the CASCAR Discord server. If you want to participate in more CASCAR racing, you can join in on the Discord server. They do host other races every now and then. You can also find some other leagues that way as well, including other teams. If you want to find out more information about that, you can also head over to my website. That's 4cloak.net. Beasley looking to potentially make a move. Yes, he is. He's starting to build up some steam in that outside lane. Cloud looks like he's going to be supporting no matter what happens. Trying to get as many positions as possible as he continues to close into that rear bumper. It's 3 to go, 2 across the line. Beasley moves to the outside. Cloud moves to join him, and so does Fradian. Fradian might be a lap down, but it doesn't matter. He's going to push as hard as he can. Going to help his pseudo teammate of Will Cloud. Ben looks like he was trying to maybe go for a side drop, but it did not work. Beasley takes the lead. Cloud pushing him. Can they block out in front? I know Beasley's thinking about it. They got support from Fradian behind as well. That outside lane really beginning to build up some momentum. How are Adria going to respond to this? As there they go, Richard Beasley moves down in front of Adria. Across the line, it's going to be the white flag, 1 to go. Will Cloud's behind, Atkinson right there with him. Caution comes out. Who caused it? What happened? Either looks okay. We are going to have a green-white checker finish. I'll be right back and look for our yellow. Yes, Zach, hat giveaway, I said. Okay, we have your accident. I apologize for the wait. Okay. Alright. Oops. Oh, wait. Alright, we're going to jump ahead a little bit. It looks like it was between the 16 and the 24. Thanks for the compliment, Zach. I appreciate it. Ooh, rewind it back to that. Take a peek. Ah, boy. Chris Pierce involved too. So it looks like the 16's pushing the 24, sends him loose. Goodwin going to be losing it there. Collects into Pearson's going to send them both up the track, I imagine. I think Chris was able to hold it, though. Ooh, look at that collision. I'm sure Mundell was freaking out over that one. I can only imagine seeing that happen right in front of you. But a good recovery from Chris Pierce, though, but that sends both of them into the wall. Heavy damage on both of them. Unfortunate. All right. Yeah, I have a distinct feeling, yep, and that's going to be Justin Glover out of this race. Unfortunate, but that is going to be a very contending finish. We're going to see how these guys... I said I was going to do it, but I finally have the opportunity. Let's go and interview Michael Sparks. Give him a chance to be up here in the broadcast. Michael's no the boot. Do you read me? All right. It is great to hear from you. We have not had many opportunities to speak so far this season. How has your race been going?
Today, it has been going good. I haven't messed anything up myself. Everything that's happened is just because of them being a little bit faster, so I'm pretty happy with the way the race is going today.
What's going to be your strategy coming in for these last couple of laps?
I just need to stay ahead of Tyler and Greg just to stay in the top 20, and that's all my goal was today, so I'm good with that.
All right, that's nice to hear. What's going to be your strategy coming into next week at the Indianapolis Road Course?
Probably about the same thing. Just keep it clean. Save as much fuel as I can. That's going to be a long race, so.
Yeah, I know we've had a lot higher attendance so far this season, but you've really been able to hold your own so far when it comes to running into where you are. How do you feel about that?
I've been putting in a lot of work just trying to practice being safe and being smooth with everybody else, and I think that's starting to pay off. I've been running up with the leaders, staying with them, and not causing lots of swerving, and especially on this track where that's going to kill the whole field. I haven't done that, so I'm happy with that. All
right, makes a lot of sense to me. Well, Michael, thank you very, very much for your time. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
That's Kermit 118. He painted this job for me a couple months ago, and I just tweaked it a little bit. Love it.
All right. Well, thank you once again for your time, and good luck in these last couple of laps.
Thank you.
Michael Sparks with Mooselander Racing was able to join us up for tonight. Great to see. We'd love to get as many drivers as we can up here, so if you have any suggestions, please let us know. We'll try to, at least throughout the season, get everybody a little bit of time up in the booth, and that season is, well, this season it's definitely becoming more of a challenge with our fantastic attendance we've been able to have just about every single race. So thank you to all of our drivers and all their supporters out that have joined us. So Richard Beasley and Will Cloud will be taking the top 2 positions here on this next restart, and this will be a race to the finish. Unless we get another yellow, so we'll have to see how that goes. Some support out in the chat for Will Cloud there for FZ Racing. Got Adra all with him. But it looks like we're starting to see some Equipment Geek and FC drivers a little bit further back as well. This will be a tight one to the end. If you want to make your predictions now on who is going to win this race, please do so. I would certainly appreciate to see what we can get out of this race. But now with your, really everybody that's been on the lead lap, your top 17, think about that, your top 17 drivers are all going to be bunched up together. We can safely assume your top 10 are the ones to watch. It'll be a tight one. All right, so we got a lot of support for Will Cloud to win this race. All right. And Adra as well. All right. With that, though, the Iris.com Motorsport Simulation Pace Car pulls down pit lane, and it will be Richard Beasley and Will Cloud running through the tri-oval here for the last couple of laps at Talladega Superspeedway to duke it out to the end. And here they go, entering the Geico restart zone for the green flag. Great start out of Beasley, not so much out of Cloud. That's going to give an opportunity to the bottom line to get a jump ahead. Atkinson takes the bottom. He's got McDonald behind him, and Belk behind McDonald. Floyd has got Chris Pierce behind him. I believe that, yep, Chris Pierce, and he's got Lorenzo in front of him. This is still a good group of cars all running together for the top spot, but Beasley is very easily going to be outnumbered here when it comes to team support. But he does have some teammates a little bit further back, so if he can survive just long enough. You can see they all look very aggressive, though. No one wants to give in. Lorenzo takes the lead. Beasley on the bottom, though, not going to surrender easily. He's got Cloud right there behind him. The inside lane gets a big burst of speed. Caution flies. Two of our three green-white checker attempts have now gone. I don't know where the accident is. It might be between these two, so we will be right back and see what happens. Okay, we rejoin in with Wes Gallo following along. We see Cody Snyder ahead in the 4. Brian Fradian ahead of him. It looks like, oh, Malavanya comes up and a little bit of netcode sends them both down. It's going to send Gallo up the racetrack. Ooh, gets rear-ended by Marc LaPierre. Sending both of those drivers into the wall. And Mr. Billy Stratus apparently has to pit for gas. That is going to be putting him, I won't say out of contention, but definitely not in a good position. He'll need another green-white checker for that one, I imagine. Unfortunate for these guys here. Especially the ones having to take some more repair time. Okay, we jump back up to live. Richard Beasley has the lead still. Brian Lorenzo in second, with Adra being all right there with him. Let's go ahead and grab... Oh, you can see Will Cloud heading down pit road. Yep. All right. Let's grab... Got a lot of good options. Let's grab Bryn George, someone we have not spoken to a lot this season so far. Just to change it up a little bit. Renzo the booth, do you read me?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, it's good to see you out on track, currently behind Ben McDonald, right?
Yes, I am.
What is going to be your strategy coming into these last couple of laps, or if we get another green-white checker?
Oh, man, survive. Yeah, Adra's up here, so it's going to be kind of hard to beat them. They've been working together all day, and they're very hard to pass. So really, I'm just going to try to get as much as I can. I'm pretty good on fuel. Will had to pit. He was low on fuel, so feel sorry for him. But yeah, I'm just going to try to get what I can and try to survive.
Looking at my standings here, it appears you are currently going to be the top EG/FZ driver. How does that feel right now?
That's good, but it ain't over, you know. Could wreck on the last lap and finish, you know, towards the back. So, like I said, just trying to survive and represent the team well.
All right, makes a lot of sense to me. Bryn, thank you for your time. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
Oh, thank you, 4 O'Clock Media. You're on my car. Quit Making Racing on Instagram. Check out 4 O'Clock Media on Instagram as well. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you once again, Bryn, for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Number 48, Bryn George. All right, subscribe yet again. Man, 18 months. Jesus. Thank you, Matt. I really do appreciate it. And I'm excited for next week for you to join us up in the booth, and we can put on a great show together. Oh, looks like I don't think Wes is very happy. But, yes, thank you for the subscription. Man, 18 months. Incredible. Very welcome member of the 4 Cloak Media family, and thank you to all of our subscribers that join us out here. I know you don't get a lot of extra content being a subscriber around here, but it's something that I really do take to heart that everybody participates in, and all of our followers as well. It is something that means a lot to me and to all the drivers out on track who get to see you guys every single week in and out. Okay, so as we come up to the line, I think we're going to be seeing the lights on the pace car turn off. If you don't know what that means, it means we're going to be on the last lap before we go green. So pace car will be in this time as your field moves to double wide. This is going to be it. Hold on to your seats. This is going to be our second green-white checker attempt. Aw, thank you for the compliment, Zach. I appreciate that. I try. Okay, so looking at our top cars. Beasley, going to be in the front. Lorenzo right alongside in the outside lane. He's got Atkinson behind him. Beasley, though, has Floyd with him, and Floyd can't just dive straight out of the way, so he's going to have to help Beasley there at least for a few seconds. Chris Pierce right behind Brady Floyd. And I think that Chris right now is going to be in a position where he's going to help whoever he can to get further forward, as he's currently in 6th position. He wants to break into the top 5. Stroop not far back either. Chris Stroop, that is. He's going to be in 7th. Going to be on the outside right next to Mr. Pierce. Actually, no, McDonald is. 7th is going to be, because Chris is in the top 5. All right. So Stroop will be in the inside, next row back. This is going to be a tricky one for many of our drivers here tonight. Where the hell is Stroop? There he is. Outside lane next to Bryn George. Okay. It's difficult to see that. All right. Yeah, I can imagine Adrian being a little bit intimidating right now on track, figuring as they're all right up there and they're going to be fighting for any position they can. We've had a very interesting manufacturer shift in the season. Before it was Toyota's, now it's Ford. Chevy has always been kind of just around, except for Season 2 where Stephen Black won the championship. But the Arsenal.com Motorsports Simulation Pace Car rolls down pit lane, and it's going to be Richard Beasley bringing us to the green flag in the Geico restart zone right now. Another good launch out of Beasley. Looks like his gear shift wasn't quite as smooth as I think he would want it to be, and that's going to give some chances to everybody else behind to get a little bit of pace built up. Beasley moves down, continuing to block for the lead. Out of 2, Beasley still has it. You can see a lot of the drivers moving all over the pace. There it is. Lorenzo moves to the outside. He's got alongside Beasley. They're 4 wide in the rear. 4 wide. Here it is, wreck into turn 3. Many drivers around. It is the big one. Officially the big one. No getting around that one. Many drivers involved. We'll be right back. Cautions breed cautions. And it's showing. Okay, we have your incident here. You follow along. Let's see what we can see. What sparks. There it is. They're 4 wide still. Absolutely incredible. Beasley a bit slow towards the front, but I don't think that's where it started. Oh, Goodwin and Cloud collide. Sending Goodwin and Mundell Cloud all around. Goodwin going down low. Is that Goodwin or is that Stroop? I think that was Goodwin. Yeah, it was Goodwin. Goodwin around. Ricci involved as well. Coluccio, I believe. Fiedler for sure. Oh, man. Big collision from Snellgrove and Ems into Fiedler as well. Go back and take a little bit more some detailed looks at that. You can see just how many cars were involved here. That really is the big one. We had our NASCAR moment, everybody. Talladega. The big one. Took out so many drivers here on our second green-white checker attempt. And that is going to be really putting your top 10 to be the ones to watch. Yikes. All right. Let's go and jump back up to real time and we'll interview somebody. It will not be a driver that was wrecked out, just so you know. All right, so for those at the home that don't know, I try not to interview drivers that have just been involved in a big wreck because it makes a lot of them, you know, they're a lot of high intensity emotions and stuff. So I try to keep them out of here, not just for Twitch TOS and my TOS reasons, just for, in general, gives them their time to cool down, and we'll talk to them later. So, all right, let's go and interview Chris Pierce. Why not? Rounding out your top 5 in an interesting position. He's been involved in an accident earlier. Chris, it's Noah up in the booth. Do you read me?
I do, sir.
All right, you're currently running in 5th position with your number 25. I did not get your new paint scheme loaded up in time.
That's unfortunate.
You have had quite the up and down race, though, full of damage and repair, and yet you're still here in your top 5.
Yeah, no, you've been making the right calls, jumping line to line, but looking to survive here. We're kind of surrounded by Adria, but we'll see what we can do.
What's going to be your strategy going forward? Are you going to work with them? You're going to try to work with Stroop and Coluccio behind, or are you just going to fend for yourself?
I'm just trying to hold as many positions as I can, kind of whatever happens, happens, and just keep the car across the finish line.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Chris, thank you for your time. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
Well, if you could see it, unfortunately not, but Four Cloak Media, we were running a paint tonight, representing you, the broadcast, keeping things interesting and making this all entertaining for us.
All right, Chris, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Number 25, Chris Pierce. He's got the ATVO car on for me, but unfortunately we're not able to see a his scheme for tonight. All right. Got a little bit more time. I think we can maybe grab one more. And let's on the pace car out. We can grab a quick one. Let's grab Patrick Lucio. I don't talk to him much either. Patrick's not in the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up, Noah?
All right, we're going to have to make this a quick one, but you are currently sitting in 7th position. You're running in the top 10. How does it feel?
It feels good. I really got to pee, so I'm really hoping this ends here.
It will
It's going to, but I really got to use the bathroom.
All right, what's going to be your strategy to make this race end as fast as possible?
Well, if I've cut through these Adra guys, we're going to cut through these Adra guys. Getting tired of these guys being up here, getting tired of some of their attitude, so we're gonna see if we can take care of it and push someone to a win that's not a Ford.
All right, some intense emotions out of Mr. Coluccio. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
I gotta thank all the guys at ADM. I also want to thank the guys at EG and FC. I want to thank American Dirt Motorsports, Dirt Co, Toro Media, Central Sign and Lighting, Boneheads, Josh Whiteman Music, Highline Racing. Yeah.
A lot of people. All right, good. Patrick, thank you very much for your time and good luck.
No, if I get cursed off of this.
You will. It's okay.
Shh.
Number 18, Patrick Coluccio, going to be starting 7th here on this next restart. Commentator's curse, it is a thing. So we're going to have to see if they are affected by it here tonight. Some drivers have a good resistance to it, others do not. We'll see what happens, but Lorenzo and Atkinson are going to be taking 1-2, but Floyd and McDonald will be 3 and 4. So it's going to be Adra 1, 2, 3, 4 coming in for this next last green-white checker attempt. See who can win the race. It's been the BCM 250 here at Talladega Superspeedway. Thank you to everybody that has joined us here tonight. This race has gone a bit longer than I would have liked, but I'm effective. You're a brutal man. It's part of the job. It's part of the job. The Irish.com's Motorsport Simulation pace car rolls down pit lane, and it's those two heading into the Geico restart zone to take the green flag. Lorenzo and Atkinson side by side. They got their teammates all working together to try to do what they can. Chris Pierce and Chris Stroop right there with him. Same with Coluccio. They start pushing on the outside. That's the line they want to support. Atkinson going to be getting a more dominating lead, especially with McDonald pushing, but that's going to come at the consequence of more drivers coming in to disrupt, and they are going to be shooting 3 wide again. All right, we come now. Leaving turn number 4. As we approach the tri-oval, Atkinson has the lead, trying to split 3 lanes worth of traffic. Lorenzo holds the bottom. Here it is, folks, the white flag here at Talladega Superspeedway for the BCM 250. Adra still holds 1, 2, 3. Brady fighting for 4th with Chris Stroop. Patrick Coluccio now going to be joining in the fray, running the high line. Stroop looks to take 3rd. There they go. Oh my God, I think that was 5 wide. Another big one. We'll come back and take a look at that, but it's going to be Brian Lorenzo. Oh my God. Look at the inside lane. They got a big boost, and it's going to be as they approach the tri-oval. Brian Lorenzo to win his 2nd race here at the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series at Talladega. Brady Floyd finishes in 2nd, and I think Chris Pierce took 3rd? Yes, Chris Pierce in 3rd. Bryn George in 4th, Olsen 5th. All right, we'll come back and run through our final finishing order. But Lorenzo wins again, your first double winner of the season. See, Coluccio got cursed, but Pierce didn't. You see, it's a thing. It's a thing. Adria going to be all side by side to celebrate another race win. Pierce a little bit further back, happy with his podium, I am sure. All right, we'll be right back and take a peek at that wreck, and we'll watch the celebrations of our winners. Okay, we come back, following along with Will Cloud right now in the 48. Oh, it looks like Fradian and Coluccio collide in the top lane. Will Cloud moves down to get out of the way. Cloud moves down too far, too fast, collides into the 34 of Mundell, who comes down and takes out the 93 of James Johnson, setting them both up the track. Hallahan right there, I think, just barely escapes. He does. Oh, man. Will was on a good run, too. But unfortunate. We'll jump back up to real time. We'll go back a little bit to get some more celebration on these guys. Oh, there they go. Okay. Fantastic win for Brian Lorenzo. Absolutely earned it with his team. I mean, Adria has done a dominating job here at these super speedway large tracks. They have a formula that just has gone unmatched. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right, let's go and bring up your third place finisher, Chris Pierce. Kristen, open the broadcast booth. Do you read me?
I do.
A podium finish for the 25 team. I can only imagine how you feel.
Yeah, I was terrified there on the restart, but we made it work.
You certainly did. I am very impressed by your drive. How did you do it? I mean, you just had a lot of pace, and you even had a pretty big head-on accident earlier on.
Yeah, no, scary earlier on without the faster pair of this race, but we worked our way through the field, just kept it clean, stayed with the big packs, and made it work.
You certainly did. What's going to be your strategy going into the next race? Are you participating in Indianapolis Road Course?
That's the plan. Yeah, no, I got to get a lot of practice there because I think we could have a good chance there at the podium.
Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense to me. I'm very impressed by your drive. I mean, you definitely had a good formula working out for you here tonight. What are you going to do to celebrate your first podium here in the CASCAR Short Foaming Cup Series?
Nothing major. Just, yeah, nothing really. But just excited for next week and keep the points rolling, I guess.
All right, makes a lot of sense to me. Chris, thank you very much for your time. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
You couldn't see it this week, but thanks to 4 Cloak Media for putting on the show, and glad I could get the car up there and maybe not represent on stream, but in our hearts.
All right, Chris, thank you, and congratulations on your podium finish.
Thank you again.
All right, let's bring up your second place finisher, Brady Floyd, the number 20. Brady, snow the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, you finished in second here for a super speedway race. The super speedway champion, I feel like you have to be. The way that you guys work with Adria and just your domination this season and last season at the big tracks. How are you feeling?
It's not me, it's the team. I got a little bit screwed by my own strategy there. I don't know if you can even call it that. Under the green flag run, we had everything going perfect. We were able to break away from the lead group there, just the four of us, and then I think one guy might have tagged along just because we know how to push and did it really well. We were working together so well as a team. And then for some reason, iRacing decided to recheck my tires. So that was fun. Then we got a caution with 2 to go. I feel bad because that would have been a 1-2-3 for the guys, but I mean, just I don't really know what was happening there at the Greenway Checkers. I know it got really hectic, especially on that second one. But yeah, just what a team performance. I can't say enough about those guys. So
Absolutely. I believe that's all of your drivers in the top 10.
and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the stage.
Man, very impressive out of Adria Esports. You guys really do have this formula for super speedways down. You willing to divulge your secrets?
Teamwork. That's literally it.
All right. Well, Brady, thank you very much for your time. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
Well, I'm not sure if this race was sponsored, but thank you to Schroeder Plumbing for sponsoring the league. Got to thank the guys, the 4 of us that were here tonight, Brian, Jesse, myself, and Ben. And then I know Brett couldn't be here, Jacob as well, and then all the other Asia guys that are cheering us on. So thank you to you for streaming. Obviously, your main sponsor is 4Cloak Media, so check them out at 4cloak.net. Tune into the stream next week for a hat giveaway. I don't have too much to say. I'm really happy right now.
All right, awesome. Brady, thank you very much for your time once again, and congratulations on the second place finish.
Yep, thank you so much.
Number 20, Brady Floyd, second here in the BCM 250. All right, let's go and grab our race winner for the second time, Brian Lorenzo. Brian, it is Noah up in the booth. Do you read me?
Loud and clear once again, 3rd time today.
I know. 3rd time today, and now your 2nd time in the victory spot.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking. Oh, my bad. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I don't know what else to say.
I understand.
Great win for the
We try to keep the language down, but I get it. You're full of emotion. Congratulations on the race win. Your teamwork is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, man, from top to bottom, Adria Esports, we dominated. We dominated using the teamwork. We strategized on every restart, on every run, even earlier in the run. I don't know if you've seen how we swapped Ben and Jesse to the back of our line, and then we put B and Brady to the front, and we pulled out by like 13 seconds. It was just teamwork all day, just teamwork, and we dominated again at these super speedways.
Your teamwork's incredible. I have to commend you on it. I mean, your driving performance, also just incredible. The amount of blocking that you guys are able to do and just keep everything going, it's very incredible. Congratulations to you and your team.
Yeah, man. Again, like, we just played our cards right. We knew we had full trust in one another. Like, Jesse about turned me earlier in the run, but I told him straight up, doesn't matter. Move on. Let's get it. Let's get that race win. And he ended up being the person to push me to the lead and putting myself in the position to go win the race.
Yeah, it definitely worked out, and it's great that you guys have such good teamwork and able to work together so strong. It's very impressive, so I have to commend you guys on that. How are you going to celebrate your 2nd race win here in the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series?
No idea. Last time I said to pop a Coke, I'll pop a Sprite this time.
All right, that works. Well, who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
Again, got to thank all the ladies in the world that have breast cancer awareness. Full support on them. I'm again really happy to win in this car. We put so much work into this. I was supposed to race with this team last week, and just being able to win, knowing that I'm supporting this group of people is just amazing. I got to thank Adria Esports. Obviously, they took me in. This season gave me an opportunity, and the teamwork they have brought, the facility has been amazing. The organization has just been great, and that's the reason why we get these fueling victories here, especially on the super speedways. Got to thank the family at home, of course. They support me all together. Got to thank my girlfriend, of course, and all the sponsors. I got Adria on the car. We got 4Cloak Media sponsoring Adria, and the plumbing company.
Schroeder Plumbing.
Schroeder Plumbing. There you go.
All right, Brian, thank you very much for your time. I certainly do appreciate it, and congratulations on your second race win here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series.
Thanks, man. Thank you for always putting on a show for us.
Love to do it. All right, number 77, Brian Lorenzo finishes here, winning again. Conspiracy. It's a bit deeper than that. I promise. It's a bit deeper than that. It's not quite as cut and dry, I promise. Anyway, let's go and run through our final finishing order for our drivers here tonight at the BCM 250. So, as we know, it will be Brian Lorenzo taking home the checkered flag for Adria Esports, having led many laps and starting in fourth. Great stop for him. Doing a great job. Brady Floyd finishes in second. His teammate in the 25 for Adria. Chris Pierce finishes in third place, also in a Ford. So you got a Ford 1, 2, 3. Great job for them. Then we have Bryn George, the top Toyota, finishing in fourth. He did a great job, able to keep that pace up. Cody Olson, I believe in his either his second or his first start of the season, able to finish in fifth. Jesse Atkinson finishes in sixth place for Adria Esports in the 00. Chris Stroop for Warning Track Racing in seventh. Richard Beasley finishes in 8th, also for Warning Track. Ben McDonald finishes in 9th for Adria Esports. Tyler Hallahan, who started in 2nd, finishes in the top 10. Great top 10 finish for him. He will be the top Great White North Racing driver. Mark LaPierre finishes in 11th, a fantastic top 15 position there for JNL Racing. Kyle Mandel finishes in 12th for Warning Track. Fradian and Belk finish in 13th and 14th, respectively, for Equipment Geek Racing. Coluccio and Cloud finish in 15th and 16th for FZ. James Johnson, in one of his other starts here, finishes 17th for Warning Track Racing. Greg Snellgrove in 18th for Great White North. Michael Sparks going to be finishing in 19th for Mooselander. Nice top 20 finish for him. And then Cody Snyder will be rounding out your top 20 for Equipment Geek Racing. Moving on, we can see Ashton Reiki is going to be finishing in 21st for Mooselander Racing. Paul Ems in 22nd for Great White North. Kenny Reel going to be in 23rd. Goodwin in 24th. Brandon Fiedler is going to be finishing 25th for Equipment Geek Racing. Sylvan Seguin finishes in 26th for, I believe, JNL. Justin Glover is going to be finishing in 27th for American Dirt Motorsports. Wes Gallo for FZ Racing is going to be finishing in 28th. Matt Molavagna, unfortunately, got some damage way earlier on and finishes in 29th for JNL. And finally, bring up the rear field, not able to start the race due to, I believe, technical issues or that of a child, one or the other. Rob's a new father, finishes in 30th for Great White North. All right, we had one crazy race here. We thank, of course, all of our sponsors for tonight's race. It was a fantastic one and a great finish to watch all these guys battle it out straight to the end. Lots of wrecks, so of our wreck fans out there like to see all that. You got to see a good amount of it. Especially with some real consequence, having no fast repairs for tonight. So, well, that is our race. I've been Noah Walter here on twitch.tv/4cloak. Thank you very much for joining. I certainly do appreciate it. Got to give a huge thank you to BCM Welding for sponsoring tonight's race. They're a welding company out in Nova Scotia that's been family run, and they have chosen to support tonight's race, so we greatly appreciate them for that. Got to, of course, give a huge thank you to Schroeder Plumbing. They're a family-run company that's been in business for over 50 years in the southeastern Wisconsin area. They specialize in residential new construction and remodeling plumbing services. They'll also work with several local builders, or they'll work with individuals hoping to build their dream home or do their own remodeling. Give them a call today at their office number, 262-971-0401. That number, once again, is 262-971-0401, Schroeder Plumbing. They sponsored our fantastic Cup Series for now 2 years, and they're peak when it comes to a sponsor. So all the support to them. Thank you, of course, also to Pierce Graphics, who's given us our great overlay packages. Congratulations on the third place finish, Pierce Graphics. It's certainly great to see you guys out here racing every single week with us now, just about every single week. It's turned out to be a fantastic deal for everybody here. So, well, with that, it will be the end of tonight's stream. Yeah, okay. Well, don't worry, we'll discuss that, because I promise you, getting a 4Cloak sponsorship does not mean you win, because it does not. Jeffrey Bell can attest to that. So we will be joining you next week at the Indianapolis Road Course for the hat giveaway, as mentioned. This one's mine, don't worry, this one's been on my head, not the other ones that I have. So if you want to participate in the hat giveaway, there is a video on how to do it over on my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and on Ben McDonald's TikTok as well. Also, there will be instructions during the stream, so I don't expect you to memorize the entire thing, but it's pretty simple. Make sure you're following here on twitch.tv/4cloak. If you want a higher chance to winning, make sure you are subscribed. If you do not win and you really want a 4Cloak Media hat, don't worry. We're going to have an order form be going out there, so if we have enough interest, probably around maybe 10 people or so at least, we'll make sure we put in a nice order for you guys and get you some nice good hats as well. So don't worry, we got you covered. It's okay. So with that, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all next week. Have a good one. I'll see you later.